I'm taking a strap. I'm strapped up.
What's happening? What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.
Wait. There's something that's been a key hot discussion all week, and
we have to. Yes, we do. Yes,
I just
yes.
we have to discuss it.
Olympic boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Imane Khelif, and just the discourse around her.
Yeah.
Has been absolutely shameful for us. We've discussed this and we discussed this at length, really. Heavily. But yeah, it is definitely worth discussing on the pod.
Mm-hmm.
Flows. Disgusting, shameful, embarrassing is the three words I would use, Flows, because the issue for me is, Flows, right? It's the misinformation first and foremost.
Yeah.
That's what's clear. Actually, set the scene, Flows. I'll drop it in as usual. Set the scene as to what, for people who might have missed it.
Okay, listeners, Olympic boxing now. How far do we want to go back? Okay, let's start with this. So we have the Olympic boxer, Imane Khelif, who you've just mentioned. Yeah. And on social media, over the course of the week, we've seen clips of her being posted by accounts. Initially, it was accounts posting video of her from a previous fight that wasn't Olympic, saying, "This man will be boxing at the Olympics. Here's her beating up a girl. Here's him beating up a girl in the Olympics. Why are the Olympics allowing this to happen?" Yeah. And this clip wasn't from the Olympics. They were saying this man, this trans man, that's the initial course. That's the initial thing that started.
Yeah.
And then she actually went on to fight, and what started to be shared was the Olympic clip of her versus her Italian opponent, who quit in the first 45 seconds of the fight, got down on knees, started crying, took 2 shots. And this was circulating on social media saying, look at what this man has done to this woman, ruined her Olympic dream. Men shouldn't be fighting women. This trans man is coming to women's boxing and is beating up another woman. She's quit after 2 punches and it's ruined her dream of being an Olympic champion. This is grossly unfair, is what everyone's saying.
Men shouldn't be fighting women. Violence against women.
Yeah. You people are supporting men beating up women. Now, as you say, this is all complete misinformation. And to explain in further detail, the reason why to clarify, Imane Khelif is not a man. She was not born a man. She's not a trans man. She's none of those things.
Yeah.
What has happened in the past is the IBA have banned her from the previous World Championships, saying she failed the test, revealing she has XY chromosomes, and therefore she's ineligible to compete. Yeah. This test was rescinded by the IOC, the Olympic Board, because the IBA have been proven to be corrupt.
Yep. Heavily corrupt.
They've been investigated. They're still under investigation.
Bare times. Yeah.
They're still under investigation currently. They've been found to be corrupt, taking bribes in all sorts of form. The test itself was rescinded because it came out of the blue. It was done absolutely out of the blue. There was no proper process. So the IOC kicked out the IBA and rescinded the test and have allowed Imane Khelif to compete because, once again, she was born a woman. Is the simple truth. So that clears up the misinformation that she's a trans man and all of this. Now, as you say, we'll jump into your point. She's representing Algeria. I'd like you to, because you raised a great point about this.
Yes. It's so simple, Flows.
Yep.
To me, I want people to think, right? Just think.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying this is a trans man. Why on earth would Algeria, of all countries, allow a trans athlete to represent their country in the Olympic Games? Not only is Algeria a Muslim country, first and foremost. In fact, it should stop there, Flows. Algeria is a Muslim country. That's all I have to say, really and truly. I want you to go and Google the LGBTQ rights in Algeria and see what they're rocking with. And tell me, does it make sense for you lot to be saying Algeria are allowing trans athletes to represent their country in the Olympic Games of all places? Just use your heads. Use your heads.
Yeah, it's illegal, people. If you're slow, it's illegal over there. You're in
It's a
jail.
Muslim country.
You're in jail. You're getting kicked. You can't openly come out and say
Bro.
there's no such thing.
Bro, they kill gays over there. Like you could die literally for being gay. There's zero rights there. It's crazy. So
it's punishable. You can't. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's as simple as
impossible.
That. And look with the whole gender debate. People are still saying she's a man and this and that. And for me, it's pretty straightforward. Look, if someone's born the reason why.
I was gonna say first, can we explain in terms of obviously she's like say XY chromosomes in terms of what she is? Obviously, it's a very complex, complicated, delicate subject to be fair about the whole intersex and testosterone levels, increase all that kind of stuff. Because she's a woman, as we've been saying, she's a woman. But people are getting a bit confused, I guess, in terms of what is she a woman because she has XY chromosomes and what does intersex mean and whatnot. And again, we don't have to delve right into the intricacies of it because it is a very, especially when it comes to athletics, it's a very, sports, it's a very, very complex area in terms of what all this is. But we can give it, I think, maybe a quick nutshell, I guess. So,
yeah. So she was born with a Y chromosome, according to the IBA test. Now, some people are saying we should completely refute that, but for the sake of this, we'll discuss it. She was born with a Y chromosome. Now, that would obviously make her some version of intersex. Now, the issue with intersex almost is that there's so many variations of it. It's such a complex, wide variation, and obviously it's a rare case. It's not common, but just because it's rare doesn't mean it doesn't affect millions of people. It affects a huge portion of people, even though it's very rare. Now, there's so many different levels to it. There's some intersex people who have both genitalia. There's some who have completely one. There's some who can give birth and have kids and live normal lives. And there's different types of variations. Obviously, people are born differently. People are born in different ways. But obviously, they have a Y chromosome and display characteristics of both genders to some degree at different levels. Now, obviously, many people are saying this is an unfair advantage. Many people are still claiming this makes her a man, which is crazy. But we need to accept that it's a complex issue and not try to throw her under the bus and call her a man, which is grossly unfair because it's unfair for her to go in there and face men. Because that's unfair as well. So we need to treat it with respect and do our research, understand what we can understand is the truth of the matter, and realize that we don't understand this fully. So let's not make wild accusations and wild claims, because this is something that genetics experts are discussing, biology experts should be discussing, not Twitter, not Jake Paul and Israel Adesanya. That's not for them. It's not for them to be discussing. J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Thank you.
You guys don't know.
Elon Musk.
Crazy. Now, look, the truth of the matter is, when you were born, or when I was born, how did they identify my sex and gender? They didn't do no DNA XY test on me. They looked at your ultrasound, they saw your genitalia and said, he's got a penis, he's a boy. You were born, it confirmed your penis, you were born. Imane Khelif was born, they saw she has a vagina, they said, cool, you're a female, and she's lived her life as a female. Her lived
born and raised as a woman. Born and raised
as a woman. That's all she knows. That's how no one's doing DNA tests on every baby. The reason why you're a woman and you're a man is because they looked at your genitalia and said, penis, vagina, boy, girl. So to try and dismiss all of her lived experience, dismissed her reality, which is the same reality that all of us have. I couldn't tell you my chromosomes. I can assume it's XY. No one's ever told me. I assume it's XY the same way you assume yours is XY. And so let's be fair. Let's be fair and admit that we don't understand this fully, rather than throwing her under the bus and say she's cheating or she went through hell. All of this.
It's awful. And that's why I'm rooting for her to win. I'm rooting for her to win the most. I really am.
And look, go on because I want to get into the Italian boxer.
I was just going to say we talk about Carini. Flores. I'm not going to miss my words here. She's a pussy. big pussy. I've never seen such pussy behavior in my entire life.
Damn
In the boxing ring. For her to say, first of all, she quit. First of all, this is female amateur boxing. It's 3 rounds, right? It's 3 rounds.
Yep. Headgear.
3 2-minute rounds. I saw it's 2-minute rounds with headgear on. She ate 2 jabs from this woman and quit. Cried, ran to a corner and quit. She was there crying afterwards, and she was saying, it's unfair. I've never been hit like this in my entire life. It's the worst pain I felt. Blah, 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 blah.
Bitch for her life.
Yes, she said yes. You, miss, you're not built for this. Simple as. You can get pieced up, and you ran and cried and decided to do the whole virtual signaling, that whole spiel. That's literally what she did, Flows. You cannot tell me, I know for a fact you spar men. Every female boxer spars men. That is a fact. They've even said that's how we've got the great female champions, Clarissa Shields, say the reason why they're so good is because they spar predominantly men. Female boxers, because iron sharpens iron, right, Flows?
Yeah.
I know for a fact you've been in the gym with men and sparred men. There's no way in hell you're telling me that this woman has hit the hardest you ever hit in your life. No way. Absolute nonsense. For you to eat 2 jabs, Flows, and quit is disgusting. You're a pussy. You are sorry. I don't want to ever see you again.
Look, you're a fighter. At the core, you're a fighter. And this is the Olympics. This is your dream. The Olympics.
Rounds, headgear on.
You said you're doing this for your late father. You've come to the Olympics. It doesn't matter if there's Anti-Joshua in front of you. You go out there. You're a fighter. The core of a fighter, the makeup of a fighter is to go out there and fight. And look, it's skill-based. Look, granted, obviously, whatever. But they've put safety, it's the same weight class. It's someone who's been beaten before. Imane's lost 9 times.
9 times. And her KO ratio, by the way, is 13%. So it's not like she's so you want to say you are trying to say unfair advantage. If she was a man, she'd be KO all these girls, right? KO ratio is 13%, I think it is.
She got five KOs in like 37
39
wins.
Fights. 37 fights. Something like that. Yeah.
And she's lost 9 times. So she's beatable. And look, I looked at her record closely. Only one person has ever quit against her, and it was that fighter's debut. Only one person has ever quit. I've not seen the fight, but I looked at the record.
You are an embarrassment to amateur boxing and boxing in general. And in fact, you're an embarrassment to Italy.
Yep.
Shameful.
Every single other person who's fought her has fought the distance, beat her, lost to her, whatever.
And not feared for their lives, are alive.
And none of them have died. None of them have said she hits too hard. None of them have had to quit. You're the first person who's fallen out and said it's unfair. I've had to quit.
Flo, it wasn't even, there were 2 jabs. She ate 2 jabs and
she's lying because no one else has ever experienced that. No one else has ever done that. All the other fighters got in there and fought. But you wanted to make a scene. You wanted to make it about you. You wanted to pretend. You wanted to add to the demonization of this woman.
And do the sympathy victim thing. Nasty.
It's crazy. As a fighter as well.
And now look at you. You're doing your apologies. Dickhead.
Your Olympic dream down the pan for what reason? To ruin another girl's dream?
Disgusting.
Olympics, at the Olympics. 3 rounds for greatness.
I couldn't believe this. I couldn't believe her.
You go in there and fight, man. You got there in your shield.
Man. It's nasty.
If this was men boxing, we'll be killing them too. You don't quit like that.
Yeah, man. Disgusting.
Don't get in the ring then. Don't get in the ring.
I never want to see her again.
I'm rooting for Imane the whole way. Because
what we're
not gonna do is throw a woman underneath the bus. So that's what we're not gonna do.
It's true.
We support women.
We protect women on this pod, that's for sure. And we support them. So
we protect their mental health. We allow them to chase their dreams too.
The dogpiling on her is awful, like I said, Flows. And what pisses me off the most is the fact that it's come off the back of false information.
Mm-hmm. That's the
The internet is a mess, bro. The internet is a hot mess. Because I'm seeing all these, you're getting big people, big JK Rowling, Elon flipping Musk, co-signing this, Flows, and retweeting this and tweeting about this. And it's just embarrassing to me, Flows. It shows a lack of education. It's really not hard, Flows, to do a simple Google search and read.
That's what it takes.
A simple Wikipedia search and read. It's really not, Flows, it's not difficult at all. We know this is a touchy area in sport, obviously. I can harken back to previous in terms of, for example, Casa Semenya and quite a few of the track girls as well, where obviously this kind of stuff has happened. So it's still a very big grey area, Flows. But what we're not going to do, Flows, is make assumptions without educating ourselves and lies and tweet them on the internet and just do sensationalist headlines and stories to get traction. And then you see people jump on the bandwagon. It's disgusting, Flows. And I really feel for this lady.
Yeah.
Really, really feel for her. And as you said, Flows, on this pod, we're rooting for her all the way.
Yeah.
I really hope she goes on to win. She's in a semi-final now. I think her semi-final bout's on Tuesday. I hope she comes through that and she wins the gold medal match. And yeah, let's see if her opponents from now on are there crying wolf about, oh yeah, I fought for my life and whatnot. Because as you said, Flo, she's been beaten before a couple times. She's got a low knockout ratio.
She was on the last Olympics. She didn't win.
She didn't win. Exactly. I heard nothing then. So for this to happen now, Flows, it's an assassination. It's a hit piece, to be honest, Flows. It's a massive hit piece from these lot to take her out. And Karini should be ashamed of herself.
Yeah, shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Shocking behavior.
Shocking.
Sure.
I've never seen a boxer behave like that. A boxer.
Nasty.
People said, oh yeah, she's got broken. Oh, do you think you're stepping in the ring to dance? This is boxing.
It's boxing, bro. She took two and she ran to the corner and quit. Nah, man.
Quit after 2 punches and said these were jabs as well.
Bro, 2 jabs. Not good for this, man. No dogging you.
Trying to make it like it's Mike Tyson she was fighting. Look at the record. The record speaks for itself. She's been lost. Anyway, a lot of people did apologize.
A lot of U-turns. A lot, like I said, as we said, all it takes is a simple bit of education. Reading, Google search. People are there saying, oh, I've done some reading about it. Blah, blah. I apologize for what I said. Good on you lot for education, but just don't be so quick. Just all I'm saying, folks, don't be so quick to jump on the bandwagon of misinformation and sensationalist headlines.
Try to win points. Yeah, stop it, man. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. And look, I can get even deeper into this, but let's not. Let's not.
Yeah. Let's not.
Let's not.
Yeah,
I can get deep. But
I know exactly where you can take it as well. But yeah, let's not. That's our piece, though, Flows.
Yeah.
This is our stance on it. And yeah, man, as you said, we support women's boxing over here.
Always have done.
Shout out to women that are doing it for real and not quitting after 2 jabs eating.
Yeah, crazy.
Shout out to the real scrappers. But yeah, Flows, that's a graphic. It's a great way to end it. Thanks for reminding me on that one. Yeah, we had to touch upon that. I can't lie.
You taking a strap? I'm strapped up.
What was that about?
Let's make the fight happen. We strapped the fuck up.